Oh my god, it looks so freaking good! Oh my god, it's amazing!
1 year has passed since Persona 4 Revival was announced. And while I enjoyed watching Yu Narukami running down a street for the year, we finally got something new in the recent Xbox showcase. And man, I am genuinely amazed at just how good this game looks compared to the original. Let's start off with the visuals. The visuals are absolutely gorgeous, with it getting that same graphic fidelity boost as Persona 3 Reload did. Getting to see all these areas of Inaba with not only the modern graphics, but now with these different camera angles, it makes it feel like I'm seeing these areas for the first time. The game actually feels way more large and bigger now. Now that we're not locked to this fixed camera angle, you see so much more of these areas. I especially like this shot from the riverbank you'd always pass through. You just get to see so much more of the town in the distance, and you know, one of the points Persona 4 emphasizes is you're living in a small town, but I think with this way, I'm gonna feel way more immersed walking around Inaba, and I really love this. And of course, we get to see all the characters. They look absolutely fantastic, with them getting that new art style similar to Persona 3 Reload, and I don't know why, Hadachi to me just looks fucking stupid at this angle, but you notice that these portraits too have that same direction as Reload, with the colored silhouette behind them as well. And also, while we're talking about that UI, we get snippets of it in the new menus. Persona absolutely never misses with UI design. These look so good. I don't know if they beat Reload's water-themed menu, but they did really good in balancing that modern and retro TV theme aesthetic. Like, I like here how the characters are in these blank silhouettes, and then when you hover over them, they're revealed. I think it's really cool. You'll notice pretty early on in the trailer that it's confirmed that the main cast have new voices. Some are pretty spot on to the original, but others you can really tell, like Teddy's new voice, at least in this clip.
All shadows were originally born from humans.
He sounds way more mellowed out than the Teddy we're used to hearing in the original. I do see people get really mixed up on whether Persona should have a new cast for these remakes, which started with Reload, and I personally am open to new cast taking their spin on a character. You know, I really did like Reload's new cast, and I thought they all did incredible, but I can also understand that it sucks to see some of your favorite characters just not have the same voice you fell in love with. Like for me, and I'm sure many others, Yuri Lowenthal as Yosuke is forever iconic, and it does suck that he's not going to be in this one, but I'm really not that worried about the new cast. I'm sure they're going to knock it out of the park just like they did with Reload, and I think we'll end up liking them a lot. The new voices is not the only change they made though, as there is a new singer for Revival soundtrack. They did confirm in a recent post that Shirori Sasaki would be the new vocalist instead of Shihoko Hirata. You can hear her in the trailer with a brand new song, which I already think is amazing, even though I can barely hear it in the trailer. So I'm not worried at all about that remade soundtrack. It does suck that they didn't keep the original vocalist. They did also make this change with Reload, but some of the songs that new vocalist sang has gone down as some of Persona's best tracks, like It's Going Down Now. That became one of the biggest tracks Persona has ever released. So again, I'm not too worried about how the new soundtrack is going to sound, although I don't know how they're going to top Heaven in Persona 4 because that track is so godly. I'm not sure if they can make it already better than it is. I absolutely love some of these new combat changes they're making in the game. I think the original, unfortunately, was my least favorite combat system compared to 3 and 5. It was a little outdated and it was a product of its time. So I think these new visuals make it look way more fun to play. Stuff like the weakness animation, how like the character takes up the screen and he reaches out. I really love the way that looks. Baton Pass looks absolutely the best it's ever been, with P5 having that quick, simple animation, and P3's shift was kind of whatever in my opinion. But I love the graphic visual behind them as they're passing each other. And then also check out the turn menu. The selector is a retro TV dial that I imagine turns along with your input. And that's pretty obvious why they would do that. And I just think that's really cool. It looks cool. It's nice. You also get a short snippet of Yukiko's castle here, and this one for sure is one of the bigger visual overhauls that I've noticed. There's a much stronger shift in the red in here in the atmosphere, and you can see that compared to the original, there's way more decorations and lights, and overall it looks much more filled up in the area. The original, and like most of the dungeons in the game, were just these long hallways with nothing really in them, so I think this is a much better upgrade for the dungeons. I don't think they're going to change drastically in how you play them though. It may still be randomly generated tiles. I'm sure they're going to add more things to do in those dungeons, but I really would not expect anything crazy like P5's palaces. But I do hope they give these dungeons more things to do in them, because I do think they were some of the weakest parts of the original, and that's really important because this is a large part of the game. So hopefully this new direction is going to enhance it a lot more. Towards the end, they showed this series finale thing, which I believe is a new mechanic. I'm not quite sure if this is supposed to be similar to Reload Theurgy or the joint attacks in Golden, but going off the name series finale, it might have to do what this whole 4 more thing is you can see in this little image. I think you may have to pass the baton 3 times and the 4th character gets to do a series finale. That's really all I can think of what that could possibly be. But these look insane though, with every character getting to do some really cool stuff, and it fits with their personalities, like Chie's for example. So I'm really excited to see what everyone's new abilities are going to look like in this game. And one last thing I want to talk about from this trailer is Marie. Yes, she's in the game, which means golden content will be in Revival. People were really worried if Revival would include the extra golden content, especially with how they separated the extra P3 content as a paid DLC with episode Aegis. But if you've played Persona 4 Golden, you kind of know that a lot of this new content is woven into the base game, so it makes sense that they would just keep that in. But hey, you won't need to worry anymore because the golden content will be in the game. I'm so incredibly excited for Persona 4 Revival. Persona 4 is my favorite one out of the 5, and so just seeing this game be remade means so much to me. I just know that I'm gonna have such an amazing time playing it. I can't stop thinking about it, especially with today. Genuinely, it was the highlight of my day, and that's not even mentioning freaking Persona 6. Like, Persona 6 is real. It exists. It is here. And I am gonna just kind of wait and see what kind of info we're gonna get more in the future. This one looks like it's taking a way more darker direction than the more recent Personas, like even compared to 3. So I'm really curious to see how that one goes. But yeah, again, Persona 4 Revival, I cannot wait any longer. I'm so incredibly excited. That will be an instant pre-order, by the way. But let me know how you guys feel about Persona 4 Revival. Are you excited like I am? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.